Sarge, will the Bitcoin hype fade this year, do you think?
I don't think the publicity will fade. I'm glad it's found a level where it stopped going up. But it goes parabolic every 3 or 4 years if you look back. So maybe that was this year's run. Maybe in 3 or 4 years we have another run.
There is never been like this year.
There is a finite supply. So if it does become a store of value, which it's working on, and if it ever becomes a medium of exchange, which is probably not going to happen, but maybe the guys who love it say so, then it's actually going to be worth something. To me, I'm not going to buy any for quite some time. If I saw a dip, now it's silly to say because if I saw a dip, I'd get out of the way. So no, I'm not going to buy any Bitcoin.
Would you buy the futures?
I will play the futures. If the futures get to a point where margin isn't so crazy, I'll probably get involved, but small. It'll never be more than 1.5% of my portfolio.
Danielle, obviously there's this whole question about when a central bank will come out with their own cryptocurrency or back one. How is the Fed viewing Bitcoin?
So I think that they're definitely looking for flaws in Bitcoin. They're studying the infrastructure very closely. The Bank of England came out just a few days ago and said that they're looking into creating their own cryptocurrency. So I found that to be fascinating because that's the first out of the gate of any of the central banks. There is an inevitability of Fed coin happening, of the Federal Reserve having an electronic currency, but the question is how that happens. If you talk to the Uber devs, they want for it to not be anonymous. But Jay Powell and Randy Quarles are both on the record saying if there's going to be Fed coin, it is going to be equally anonymous to the exchange of bills.
So why do we need a Fed coin? Just because of all the interest in Bitcoin?
No, at some point it becomes a matter of national security because we know that Russia, China, and Venezuela were the very first 3 countries out of the gate because they do want to monitor what their citizens are purchasing. If everybody else on the planet has one and we don't, it's just no bueno.
Hey, Gabriella, what are you telling clients about Bitcoin?
I mean, honestly, I don't think the interest in cryptocurrencies is going to go away. We hear a lot about it, and we get a lot of questions from clients. My grandpa was just asking me about Bitcoin over New Year's down in Brazil. So I don't think us trying to understand it is going to go away. But what we're trying to tell clients is focus much more on the asset classes that we can really understand and assign an intrinsic value to, things like stocks, things like bonds, things like other kinds of commodities, if you want to call Bitcoin a commodity. We're not trying to become active investors in Bitcoin at this point.
Jeff, I think you'd agree with that, right? Because it's not like stocks where you have a conference call, you have an earnings report to parse.
If I can't find a reason to buy it on any given day and I can't find a reason to sell it on any given day, I'm just not going to trade it.